Okay, so sa napanood pa nating video, somehow we saw children praying the rosary and also Noel from Syria. Now, the main objective of this campaign, well, initially started in 2005 in Venezuela when a group of women saw spontaneously some children praying the rosary on the road, on the streets. They got so inspired with this act of these children that they started organizing children in Venezuela to pray the rosary. And taking inspiration from Padre Pio's words, so when 1 million children pray the rosary, the world will change. And initially, this group of women asked churches in different dioceses in Venezuela and in Latin America to join the campaign until they went to Aid to the Church in Need for support so that it can be a global campaign. So initially, Aid to the Church in Need International supported this, but then 2 years ago, when this group of women really became old and they cannot organize it anymore, they asked Aid to the Church in Need to sila na ang mag-organize globally. So from 2 years ago, ACN International has been doing this on a global scale. So our international ecclesiastical assistant, Father Martin Barta, who is based in Königstein in Germany, is the one responsible for the global campaign. And so he initiated first through the national offices of Aid to the Church in Need this campaign. He gave an order that all national offices of ACN present in 23 countries, including the Philippines, organized this campaign, the 1 million children praying the rosary. And since 2016, during our the launching of ACN Philippines, we have been doing this from 2 years ago also. But nagsimula sa maliit lang. We just spoke with several schools here in Manila during our first attempt to do this. And last year, we sent out letters to the dioceses and some responded. But then I was surprised when other dioceses already told me that since 2000 something, they've been doing this activity. And it's the effort of the Venezuelan women that na ginawa nila ito. But then this year, we decided to do it really big. So we sent a letter to the bishops as early as July, and we received the response of 41 ecclesiastical territories, numbering around 1,293 parishes na mag-i-involve with 777 schools participating. We also got the support of the Catholic Educational Association of the Philippines, and they will be the ones promoting this in our Catholic schools nationwide. So, October 18 at 9 in the morning, or kung ano mas convenient na oras for the students or the children, we will be doing the 1 million children praying the rosary campaign. And this is simultaneous with other national offices of ACN and also other countries where there are no offices of ACN. When I asked our head office how many countries have signified, at least 80 countries have signified their interest to join the campaign. So, hopefully, this will be the first of the big campaigns that ACN Philippines will be organizing as regards our pillar, the prayer pillar of ACN. You know, we are guided by the 3 pillars. It's prayer, information, and action. And one of our main prayer activities is this 1 million children praying the rosary. Mamaya po, we will listen to Bishop Ambo David about why we chose Kalookan actually to be the highlight of this campaign. We chose the Diocese of Kalookan, particularly San Jose Academy in Navotas. Although simultaneously we will be doing this all over the country, but we will highlight the prayer campaign in San Jose Academy. We sent the sample program to all schools, to all parishes, to all dioceses, but then we have a very special program for San Jose Academy because we will be involving not only Filipino children, but also children from Syria, including Noel. You saw Noel on the video. Children from Korea, children from Australia and from Marawi. So they will be leading the praying of the Rosary by decade. But of course, we cannot do it. We will not be able to do it live because of the transmission issues. So they already sent their recorded prayer, which we will show on October 18th. So the first mystery will be led by Syrian children from Aleppo. The second mystery will be led by Korean children from Seoul. They gathered a lot of children in Seoul. And the third mystery will be led by Australian children. And the fourth one will be children from Marawi. They will be praying the Rosary in the tent city in Marawi, this group of children. And the last mystery will be led by a special group of children in San Jose Academy. So that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Luciano. And one of the highlights of this 1 Million Children Rosary, some of the participants are actually children of the ex-Judicial killings. And to give us some background about the participation of this diocese and the help that we will be giving to the AJP orphans, let's listen to Bishop Pablo Virgilio.
Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, to be invited by the Aid to the Church and me to this morning's press conference. Wherever you have a war, I think the victims who suffer the most are the children. And here in the Philippines, we have a war going on, and it is called the drug war, or war against illegal drugs. While the objective, of course, is laudable, meaning you would like to put a stop to the menace of illegal drugs, the reality is a bit too painful, because the ones who are dying are the people we're supposed to be saving. And these are the victims, the victims of illegal drugs. And they have families, they have children. And one of the things that we've resolved to do in the Diocese of Kalookan is to come up with programs of intervention to be able to save the children who suffer through violence on almost a daily basis. Just a few weeks ago, I was praying the Rosary, walking around the cathedral grounds of San Roque Cathedral. I have two regular routines. One is very early in the morning, I wake up and I take coffee with Jesus. I call it my coffee with Jesus, a whole hour of one-on-one with Jesus. And then in the evening, after supper, I walk around the cathedral grounds, So if anybody wants to do me harm, that's the easiest way to do it. Because it's a regular routine, It's a regular routine. I walk around the cathedral, and every now and then, street children would come to me, sometimes asking for food. But a few weeks ago, I was surprised, because they were there watching me, because I was going around. They know that I pray the Rosary, and they usually do not want to disturb me while I'm praying. They come when they know that my prayer is finished already. But that particular time, one of them dared to come close to me and said, I said, may kailangan ba kayo mga bata? So I know these children, they are like stray dogs and cats, no? Many of them are children of parents who have been arrested, that's why they loiter in the streets. And so, one of them said, Bishop, marunong na po kami magdasal ng Rosaryo. Tinuruan po kami ni Sister. Pwede ba kami sumama sa inyo? I was so touched, I walked around the cathedral with 6 little children, answering very loudly, Santa Maria, Ina ng Diyos, panalangin mo kayong makasalanan. And it's like I was in tears, just walking around the cathedral, with these little children like angels accompanying me, and I really thank God for the blessing of being with children. I do sincerely believe that the Lord listens to the children, and that the prayer of children is very powerful. That is why I really am, I'm giving my full support to this endeavor, because I think there's so much violence in this world. And so much violence also in our country, and violence begets violence. I just got a text message from a media person recently asking about recent victims, of killings. Ang sabi ko, well, the killings have lessened, but the recent victims are this. I gave the names. And I said, I'm particularly worried about missing people, disappearances. I said before, they would abduct people, and then a few days later, you will see the cadavers on the street alleys, but lately, they don't appear anymore. It's like no cadaver, no case. So, and and always it's the children who suffer the most. We don't understand what's happening. And sometimes they wake up very early in the morning and there's a cadaver there, and then they surround the cadaver and watch, as the bloody cadaver is brought to an ambulance. And that's so heartbreaking. It's like sometimes I wish I could cover the eyes of children so that they're not exposed to too much violence, but they are exposed to a lot of violence. And I do believe that the rosary, praying of the rosary, is a powerful tool for praying for peace. And I believe that the Lord will listen to the desperate cries of these children. We put up a scholarship for the children of victims of extrajudicial killings, and we're glad that a lot of institutions have partnered with us. Among them is a foundation that is headed by Ambassador Tita Lilia called Talita Kuna. And actually, the other scholars that we have, we just send to public schools because we pay for the incidental costs only, the food, the transportation, the uniform, and other things. Until Ambassador said, why not send them to our Catholic schools? And I said, well, of course the tuition has to be taken care of also, and other miscellaneous fees. And then the ambassador said, we can take care of that. And I was surprised that the families now have been talking to the parents, and you know what they're excited about? They're excited not just about the fact that their children are going to school, but that their children are free. He said, dadasal ko yung mga anak namin, sila pa yung nagsabi, mag-rosaryo rin tayo. And I found that very touching. And it's like lumalakas daw ang loob nila kapag nagdadasal sila together. I remember I was exposed to the Rosary myself yung panahon ni Father Patrick Payton, at the family that prays together, stays together. And gabi-gabi, my mother would gather us, and then we would pray the rosary together. That's how I was brought up. And even as a small kid, I remember the cadence of the rosary, the repetitiveness, and all of that. It's so calming. Parang almost may hypnotic effect siya. Parang ganun ba, no? It's like, after that, parang all the aggressiveness is gone. Parang ganun, no? Kaya the rosary is really a powerful tool for peace. I remember many years ago, there was a ship in the Visayas that sank. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that. I cannot recall anong pangalan ng ship, Don Juan or something, no? And then among the survivors were sisters who did not even know how to swim. And tapos, nung in-interview sila ng media, bakit sila nag-survive, at sinabi pa ng ibang mga witnesses that they were saved by these sisters. Tapos, ang sabi nila, hindi ko kami marunong lumagoy. Kaya lang, nung sinabi na yung barko ay lulugo, naglulundakin yung mga tao. They were all in a state of panic, kami nag-rosaryo kami, dun sa bili, parang handa na kami mamatay. Tapos may mga tao lumapit, sister, save nyo kami. Tapos, halika, mag-rosaryo tayo. Nag-rosaryo daw sila. Saka uulit nila ng Hail Mary, Holy Mary. They calmed down. And as they calmed down, they started to hear the instructions kung nasaan ang mga salbabida. all the others were in a state of panic. They were just not listening anymore. So it was these people who prayed the rosary, who calmed down, who became peaceful, who had the clarity of mind to get the salvavida and to give the salvavidas to people who were like chickens running around. No? Yun pala yung power ng rosary. And I wish that the children could also learn prayer this way. And I do believe na itong mangyayari kasi San Jose de Navotas in particular, as parang something is changing even about the faculty and the administration when they started adopting these children victims of extrajudicial killings and giving them really time, pati counseling and all, parang nagkaroon ng mission, sense of mission yung buong school community. And now they're dreaming of putting up a mission center that will really house itong mga children na victims of extrajudicial killings. Hindi pa tapos na ang pagkabiktima nila when their parents are killed. Like one recent victim, yung mother, a member pa siya ng aming widow support group. Pinatay na yung ama a year ago, pinatay pa yung ina. So, complete orphans na yung dalawang bata. Tapos, so itong dalawang bata, I don't know if you were there at the PCND. Doon kasi sa Philippine Conference for New Evangelization, I shared the story. And in response, the whole congregation there, nag-special collection only for those two children that were orphaned. Naka-raise kami ng mga 350,000 pesos. Ginawa namin special fund for just the two children so that they can be educated all the way to college na hopefully, recently, yung isang bata nag-drunk sa school. Tapos, tanong kami na tanong, bakit? Yung pala binubuli siya. Dahil daw, sinasabi, anak ng adik yan, anak ng adik. That's why they need more than just, tuition fee or money for school. They need guardianship, they need guidance, they need the presence of the church. Parang sana, if they lose their families, sana the church will become the new family for them. Parang itong San Jose de Navotas Academy is beginning to discover that sense of mission, to be that new family for these children. And like I told you, the parents are excited that their children are learning to pray, and they're going to be that little group of children who will lead the whole world in this global prayer. Parang kung saan I like what the Aid to the Church in Need is doing. We come from different countries around the world. Countries that are wounded and scarred by violence, so much violence. Countries that are all dreaming of peace. And one of those would be our place in San Jose de Navotas. So I hope and pray that the voices of the children will be loudly heard by the heavens, and that the angels of the Lord will really be, keep a close watch of these children so that they are given a chance to have a future in spite of what we have been through.
Thank you, Bishop Mondo. And since we are celebrating and observe the month of the Holy Rosary, we will have to know the importance and the significance of praying the Rosary, but this time in solidarity with the persecuted Christians around the world. And let us listen to Ambassador Virgilio.
I'm so touched by the sharing of Bishop Ambo, because we have children. We're helping children of EJK victim families. But first of all, maybe you are curious, what is Aid to the Church in Need? ACN, Aid to the Church in Need, is a charity arm of the Holy Father. It's a pontifical foundation, to help Christians who are persecuted, who are oppressed, who are killed, who are in need, worldwide. And it's a very good thing that out of, I think there are 24 countries that have a national office of Aid to the Church in Need, Philippines was chosen as one. Siguro because we share, as Bishop said, hindi lang naman ang ibang tao ang mayroong problema ng mga bata who suffer because of conflicts, because of war. Tayo din, we have that. So knowing that this is a worldwide thing, perhaps will help us also bear the pain of having our children in that state of calamity all the time, whether man-made or natural. Present sa atin yung lagi, we're in a state of calamity. That's why we are very happy that the aid to the church in need is also conscious that in the Philippines, we have children and we have many Christians who need help. Physically and materially, but most of all, spiritually. At saka yung palakasin yung loob that many people share the same problems, and not only that, many people also share in trying to alleviate those problems. Bishop spoke of this new foundation that we have, Talita Kumi. It is really, tuwa ako kasi doon that phrase in the Bible when Jesus raised the dead girl, anak nung synagogue official si Jairus, patay na eh. Binuhay niya at ang sabi niya, in our dialect, Ineng, sinasabi ko sa iyo, magbangon ka. And this effort of ACN is also helping those walking dead children to rise and have life. No? And the rosary is the best way. Paano sabi ni Bishop kanina, because we are also raised in that atmosphere, in that ambiance, the family that prays together, stays together. Meron pang isa pang ni Father Peyton a world at prayer is a world at peace. But this time, the ACN, perhaps we can say, children praying the rosary, you unite the world into a family, no? Kasi ganun talaga yung mga bata, yung pinapaaral namin. Sa San Jose de Navotas, naka-enroll lahat we took 10 scholars, 10 children, guaranteeing their grade school education from kinder or from grade 1 to grade 6. We will send them to school in San Jose de Navotas, Catholic school. May expense, of course, but that's immaterial Kasi if you share your story with others, many respond. Akala ko noon, ang hirap nito kasi mahal din siyempre ang tuition. At saka we have to take care of their nutrition, their food, their medication, everything covered lahat. And when you embrace the poor, you have to embrace all their needs, no? That sometimes you didn't expect it to be like that, but it comes. And we thought that at first I was scared, baka we won't have enough money to support this. But you know, when we share the story, so many people give. So many people like to help. That's why I'm so sure when they hear about this 1 million children praying the rosary for peace, for the world to come together, I'm sure the Lord will listen to them. Kasi sabi niya, do not stop the children from coming to me because heaven is made up of such as these, like the children. At yung mga scholars namin, nung una nga, we were scared. Kasi Bishop mentioned, one dropped out for another situation because of bullying. But this time, naku, you know, I wish you had seen them when we met them for the first time. Madudumi, madungis, yung ganyan. Pero at the first day of school, oh wow, they look so beautiful. Ang gaganda. Kasi little girls naka-uniforme, may sapatos, may lahat. And we assigned one mother butler, kasi I'm also servant leader of another group, mother butler. We assigned one to be what we call the love enabler, guardian ng mga bata, to see to it they go to school, transportation, they are fed well, if there are any problems. And that is, I guess, the most important thing to give them, love, that they feel they are loved. And nung in-interview namin sila after a while going to school, ang sabi, nung una po, natatakot kami kasi hindi kami marunong mag-Ingles. Sabi ng isa, hindi marunong mag-Ingles. Pero you know, the school, the principal of San Jose de Navotas, Father Jerome, the principal, the other teachers, they take them in the afternoon to tutor them for free, tutor nila para they can keep up with the studies. And nung tinatanong namin sa mga bata, so ano yung experience, ano ba yung nararamdaman mo? Nakakatuwa ko, marunong na ako magdasal. At ang aking nanay at tatay, nagdadasal na rin. Oo. Pero mostly, broken families nga kasi napatay yung ama, napatay yung ganon. And sometimes, of course, there is that success. We are very happy that they're in school, pero meron ding mga sad situations. One, dropped out because yung kanyang napatay yung tatay niya pero yung nanay niya buhay pa. They move. Kasi nung nalaman na naman, nandiyan na naman yung tokhang, sige pa pala, it's still going on. Di ba, Bishop? Kaya lang, mas less ang publicity ngayon. Pag pinag-initan sila, baka balikan. Kaya tumakbo, punta na ibang lugar, kawawa naman yung bata. So she has to stop at hindi namin makita kung saan, no? Those are the things that we need to pray for also when these children pray the rosary. Those are some of the intentions that we will include. And hindi lang yung mga bata ang magdadasal, lahat din tayo. We are all asked to pray with the children. Like what Bishop did, meron siyang kasama mga bata na going around the cathedral at night to say the rosary. Maybe us also, and each one of you, because for me, because of PPCRD, media is our best helper to get our message across. Maybe with you helping, you praying the rosary and you promoting these children praying the rosary, we can get more coverage. No? We can encourage more families to have their children pray the rosary too. Because the rosary is a very important, a very powerful prayer. And it's also a lesson. When you pray the rosary and you think about the mysteries, it's like a school of knowing Jesus, his life, and how his mother was always there to support him. So we would ask you to please really promote this 1 million children praying the rosary, a project of the aid to the church in need here in our country and in 80 countries around the world. So, maraming salamat sa inyo because media is always our best helper, volunteer helper.
Thank you, Ambassador. So in line with this campaign, let us hear from Jonathan Luciano the ways to join this 1 million children praying the rosary.
Yeah, thank you, Tam. Just to add to what Ambassador Virgilio said, in this campaign, we did not only focus on the prayer component. No? Sabi nga ni Pope John Paul, no? when you pray the rosary, dapat merong charity na kasama. The rosary itself is a prayer for peace, and it is also an act of charity to others. So we decided to invite the children, encourage the children to do a solidarity with other children around the world. So during the prayer, they will be offering a portion of their baon, which we will be dedicating to projects that would help other children in different parts of the world, especially those who are undergoing extreme repression, discrimination, and persecution in the Middle East, in Africa, and Eastern Europe. So itong we call this a million peso shared solidarity. So if there are 1 million Filipino children praying, we will be able to raise 1 million peso for the children in different parts of the world. So we encourage them to give a portion of their baon, and we will collect all of this and we will dedicate this fund to support different projects in the Middle East. As maybe you're quite interested what projects are they? We have different support projects for children in the Middle East. We provide milk for them, for rent for their houses because their houses were destroyed during the war. We give scholarships to children as well, and many others. We provide Bibles for them, and a lot of projects that would really take care of distressed children. And it's a very concrete example of showing your solidarity with a child helping another child in distressed countries. So it's really very beautiful. For the materials, actually this campaign is not only focused on the schools and parish communities. No? We are actually encouraging everybody to join wherever you are on October 18. Pray the rosary. If you have a child with you, better. But if you're alone, you can pray with the children. You can pray the rosary on your own and dedicate this to children all over the world. It's very beautiful because the Syrian children, when they sent the video to us, their intention is to pray for Filipino children who were victims of calamities. They heard about what happened during the previous typhoons, and I was quite surprised when I heard that the intention for the first joyful mystery is for Filipino children. These children, ito na yung mga they're already victims of war and disasters, but they did not think of themselves. They thought of other children, the Filipino children who were also victims of natural calamities. So it's quite beautiful. You can download actually all the materials from our website. So if you want to organize it, in your own local communities, please feel free to download the kit for the prayer. There's a prayer guide and other guidelines on how to do the campaign. You can download it at acn-philippines.org. While your children pray the rosary, that's the link. And we also sent this to other dioceses who were not able to confirm their participation, so they can still download the material. So on October 18, wherever you are, at 9 o'clock in the morning or at any other time most convenient to you, please join the praying of the rosary. Maski sa bahay, together with your children or other groups, please join us in this campaign.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Jomar. So, by the way, we will be distributing some press kits here before you go. We'll be distributing it now. And we now open the floor for the open forum. Just state your name and your affiliation. Anyone? Yes, ma'am.
Puro lang para malaman din nila. Akala naman ng ninyo na ang tinutulungan lang natin ang mga tao sa Syria, sa Iran, sa Iraq. Please know that the aid to the church in need had also many projects to help people in need. And here in the Philippines, yung sa Marawi. We had also a project in Marawi helping out the refugees there, those who were affected by that long fight between the ICs and the government troops. Marami din tinulong doon. And then also we helped rebuild some churches, seminaries, and even the one in Leyte, yung kay Archbishop Du. Pinatulungan din yun para to put up the seminary na natangay nung bagyo na Yolanda. Kaya it's not a one-way thing. It's natutulungan din yung mga ating nangangailangan dito sa Pilipinas. It's nice because like for the children, like ang message niyan sa mga batang binanggit ni Jomar sa Syria and all of that, hindi kayo nag-iisa. At ang message din naman nila para sa atin, mga bata dito, hindi tayo nag-iisa. Lahat share in the pain and also share in the hope, that things will become better.
Okay, thank you, Ambassador. Anyone would like to ask a question?
May nalitetan po from Radio Veritas. Bishop, nasa ngayon po, ilan po kaya yung mga numbers ng mga children natin na pinagkakalooban po ng scholarship? And sa ACN naman po, ilan po kaya yung mga children din na makikibahagi po doon sa prayer na sa Thursday sa academy?
Ngayon kasalukuyan, nasa 35 na lang yung aming mga children. Kasi nasa gitna na tayo ng school year. So we expect that by the end of this school year, may bagong mga applicants kami for our scholarship program. Ang in-charge ng aming scholarship program ay yung Executive Secretary ng aming Caritas Kalookan, Sister Meikano. So, kasi aside from the scholarship, nami-meet din regularly yung mga parents nila. Tapos ongoing din yung mga counseling nila. Yeah. Kasi kailangan nila ng debriefing kasi many of them are traumatized.
About this actual number, unfortunately we don't have the actual number kasi mahirap yun eh. We only have the number of confirmed schools and parishes. Now with regards to the actual population of the schools, actually, we are inviting only from grade 3 until grade 6 for children to pray. But in other schools, they told me that the whole school will be doing the prayer. But initially, we only asked for the children of grade 3 to grade 6. Now, hindi namin masasagot, pero we hope to get a lot of children, of course, to participate.
I don't think it's a one-time thing only na lahat sa 18th lang of October, no? It will be an ongoing campaign to bring it to the consciousness of the children and their parents and their teachers that they pray for other children in a depressed situation. It's not, ang highlight lang on October 18, but it's going to be an ongoing campaign.
Bishop, maybe you have your reaction to the membership of the Philippines into the UN Human Rights Council.
Yeah. Well, of course, that's a happy development, Kasi, after the restoration of democracy in the Philippines, after long years of experience of dictatorship, I think tumaas ang kamalayan ng mga Pilipino tungkol sa pangangalaga ng mga karapatang pantao. And we became a kind of a good example sana in the world, And we're not about to give that up. And I do hope that our representation in the UN Human Rights Council is going to be a very positive thing. Then that means we'll have to start right at home. Alam ko na lately, medyo isang nalungkot, para bang the word human rights is not so appreciated, Kasi ang human rights and human lives cannot be separated from each other. Ang pangangalaga, ang pinaka-basic na human right ng tao is the right to life. And you'll always expect the church to be at the forefront of the advocacy for the protection of human rights.
Anyone? Okay. So, if you have no more questions, any final words from our panelists?
So we thank you very much for being here and being partners with Aid to the Church in Need in this campaign of 1 million children praying the Rosary. And as I mentioned, it's not going to be a one-day thing and finish na. It's going to be an ongoing campaign to to make it sink into the consciousness of children that they are a very important part of society and a very important persons in the church.
Ako paniwala ko, one of the signs that the society is highly civilized is not yung naglalakihan ng skyscrapers o yung infrastructure ng bansa. I think one of the best signs ng level of civilization ng isang lipunan is how they take care of the most vulnerable sectors in their society. So, how we take care of children, of the elderly people, of people with disabilities, of the most disadvantaged sectors of society, that will spell out our being an advanced society, I think. And I think that's true of all other countries. No? And I do hope na tayo dito sa Pilipinas, through this advocacy of uniting ourselves with other countries in this common endeavor for unity and peace, we can help, sort of raise the bar in the level of humaneness of people for the world. Thank you.
Taking inspiration from Padre Pio's quotation, when a million children praying the rosary, the world will change. I don't think he's joking when he said that. I think he's quite serious. And I think we have to take that seriously as well. We have to start teaching our kids how to pray again. Nakakalungkot kasi sa ibang mga, sa ating lipunan ngayon, parang naisasantabi ang kahalagahan ng pagdarasal, especially sa mga bata. Our kids are very much distracted with many other things, gadgets, media, etc. So parang yung prayer, it becomes irrelevant for them. So we have to go back. We have to teach them how to really pray, so we can achieve the change that we want. Pag nagsimula sa mga bata, things will change. So I hope that we can get your support. Ambassador Virgilio asked for your support. I'm asking it again for the promotion of this campaign. I hope to see you. We hope to see you on October 18 at San Jose de Navotas Academy. Please feel free to cover it. You're very much invited to join us in the prayer. It will be at 9 in the morning at San Jose Academy. We also invite our Catholic media friends to cover it and somehow live stream natin so a lot of people can be reached with this prayer. So thank you once again for coming, and yeah, God bless you all.
We thank you to our panelists.